Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Friday Morning Live Show. The live show's podcast and meta content is brought to you every week by these loyal sponsors. McGraw-Webb Chevrolet on the bypass in Camden, Alabama, serving their customers for 30 years. Join the McGraw-Webb Chevy family today. Tucker ATV, Jackson, Alabama, your local servicing Polaris Hustler Echo dealer with an international reputation. CT Ward Power Sports in Camden, Alabama, XL Godfrey Hurricane Boats powered by Mercury and Yamaha engines, your water skiing gear headquarters on Lake Millis Ferry. Safford Trading Company and Safford Equipment under the tower in Safford, Alabama, home of your residential and commercial lawn care bundle bear. Wildlife Management Solutions in Eutaw, Alabama. Let the guys at WMS select the right seed and blends for your soil type. South Alabama Kubota and Reynolds on the Strip in Monroeville, Alabama. Kubota and Skag Zero Turns, the right Kubota tractor for the right price. Thanks for supporting the Gettin Outdoors sponsors and enjoy the show. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Gettin Outdoors live show. We are live from the Lawler Timber Company Grampian Hills Outdoor Media Center. It is 58 degrees outside, cloudy with a north wind 8 miles an hour, and it is Good Friday, and we want to just welcome everybody in here. I already got a good crowd on here this morning. I'm going to start off by introducing a new sponsor. This is the new owners and the all-new Pecan Downtown, formerly the Pecan on Broad. It has some new owners now, and they will be serving lunch today from 10 to 5 on Good Friday. They have pecan-crusted chicken, mashed red potatoes, cracked green beans, roll and sweet tea, and of course some desserts are available. And they have put together, y'all, a team of some of the most amazing experienced chefs. They've been down there working on this casseroles and all kind of stuff now for 2 days to open up today. So y'all join them, the Pecan Downtown, today at lunch. I promise you it will be an experience you will never forget. The gift shop's still there. Everything is basically the same, just new owners, new chefs, and new food. It's just going to be a great experience to downtown Camden. And also, if you go downtown, don't forget to go down to Coast True Value in downtown Camden. Today is Good Friday, and because it is Good Friday, they have got that place slam full of flowers, vegetables, ferns, most of them homegrown right here look at that. That's the front of Coast to Coast this morning. And I tell you, I went down there yesterday afternoon with my little drone to try to get some of these, just so I could let y'all know what is going on at Coast to Coast True Value in downtown Camden. And look at that. Today is Good Friday, you need to be planting that garden. They got all the plants you need, all the seeds, all the flowers, everything you need. Coast to Coast True Value in downtown Camden, and have lunch today at the Pecan Downtown. town. I love Camden, Alabama, and I love to promote all our businesses that we have. Good morning, Wayne. Edgeworth caught 53 crappie and kept the limit on Lay Lake yesterday. You hell, Wayne. I got to come up there and go fishing with you. Hey, Jolly Owen been catching some catfish. How you doing, Jolly? Old Thunder's tuned in. Tommy D up in Ann Arbor, Michigan, my number one fan. Luke Hobbs tuned in. Good morning, Lee. Grandma Karen out in California. Jared Hudson, good morning to you. Old Thunder's tuned in. Larry Debbie Abernathy. Michael Cook tuned in today, our director of the Chamber of Commerce. B-Dog, we got a good crowd. Appreciate it. Rusty Godbowl, good morning to you, Rusty. Appreciate you tuning in this morning. We got a whole lot to go over, but I want to start out, and I got the word yesterday. Now, this was yesterday from one of the contractors that they are going to start. I don't know if they're going to close the road Monday, but they are going to start this project Monday of the road closure at the four-way stop just outside of Camden on Highway 28 and 10 intersection. Now, that road will be closed when they do close it for 60 construction days. So if you're coming to Camden from Marion, Brent, Centerville, Thomaston, Demopolis, that way. If you're coming into Camden, you're going to have to detour at Highway 221. And if you're in a regular vehicle, you can turn left on 162 at McDonald's Grocery and come to Camden. But if you're in a big truck, you're going to have to go all the way to the end of 221 and hit 41. And they're bringing the big truck traffic right through downtown Camden. If you're coming from Greenville, Selma that way, you're going to have to go right through downtown Camden, down 41, all the way to 221 and turn back to get back to Highway 28 or Highway 10. It is going to be a huge inconvenience for especially all you guys on them big rigs. So be prepared. It is going to be a headache, I guarantee you, for you truck drivers, but it's something that's just progress. So we got to deal with it. So the road closure will start. I don't know if it's going to close the road Monday, but the project will start Monday, according to one of the contractors. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. Also, I know most of you that keep up with my Facebook page heard the bad news. I went down to check the log cameras the other day, and we had a 6-inch rain last week and a 2.5-inch rain the first of this week. And unfortunately, the log cam is history.
Well, y'all, I'm on the banks of Pursley Creek. Looks like our log cam is history. I put the first cameras up on this tree when it fell across the creek in November of 2018. And these last 2 big rains have washed it out. So I got to find another place to put the log cam. This one is history.
Man, I was disappointed. I always enjoyed going down there and pulling those cards, and you never knew what you were going to get. I'm going to compile a little memory video when I have time, but I went back and found a few pictures, and some of the pictures that were classics. This was one where the wood ducks were all across the log. That was one of the most popular pictures. That was in November of 2019. But my favorite picture, and the one that I cherish the most, and I got it blowed up in the office, was when the bald eagle visited the log cam back in December of 2019. And now I got some pictures of a bobcat that had I don't know if he killed the deer or if he found the deer dead trying to drag the carcass across the log, and it was too heavy and fell in the creek. I got to go back and find those. But it is I have some amazing experience with that log cam. Good morning, Michael Hilliard. How you doing, my friend? Jim Andrews, Leon Andrews, them Andrews boys tuned in this morning. Appreciate y'all tuning in. B-Dog, I talked to my brother, and of course, we're in the timber business, and it would be so easy for us to go down there and cut another tree across the Pursley Creek, but that would violate all the BMP practices, and my brother just will not do that. So we're gonna have to hunt us one that is naturally blown across the creek, or just wait for one. We're gonna find something. We'll find something to put those cameras on. I got a bridge back behind the office, Pop's Bridge, and I might just set those cameras up on it because I got some pretty good stuff on Pop's Bridge not long ago. But we'll see where it goes. I'll get y'all something, I guarantee you, before long, because that log cam, it will be missed, and it was a lot of fun. We enjoyed all the videos. All right. Birding is wide open. Tommy D said they were talking about hummingbirds. My hummingbirds showed up this week. I did film this video. This is at my feet of y'all. One of my favorite birds. Well, I love all birds, but these are the first goldfinches I've seen. I guess they're in their breeding color. This was right outside the window at the Outdoor Media Center yesterday, a day before yesterday. Excuse the wind. That wind was blowing so bad. But look how pretty. Is that a pretty bird? Those things are so bright yellow. And I also went fishing Sunday, and I see the Prothonotary warblers on the riverbank, and they're just as bright yellow as those goldfinches. So be on the lookout. We have got a lot of birds that are coming. I think the rose-breasted grosbeaks will be here this month. I believe it's April when they show up. I think I saw a indigo bunting the other day on a light wire. I couldn't be sure. It looked like it was, and the blue grosbeak should be here any day now. I think the tanagers are here. The summer tanagers are here, and so it's just a great time to be a birder in South Alabama because all those birds are coming through there. That's a good question, Jolly. They usually have it in June. They hadn't had it the last 2 years because of the COVID, but it was one of the best youth fishing tournaments or fishing rodeos the Corps ever did. I'll find out and let y'all know about that, but I appreciate you asking about it. I do know that the beaches are open today. Bridgeport Beach and Miller's Ferry beaches are open today. The Corps of Engineers beach is a little cool, but the Corps of Engineer beaches are open today. Now, I want y'all to help me with something because you put these things up all the time. I see them all the time. This is some of the best video I've ever gotten. A lot of my friends say, well, matter of fact, 95% of y'all said this is a house cat. I ain't no experience with long-tailed cats. I've never seen a long-tailed cat. I have too many of my friends that have seen them for me to be a non-believer. But now, if this is a house cat, this right here ain't a half a mile, a quarter of a mile from where I'm sitting right now. And I think I would have seen a house cat this color. But look at this and tell me what y'all think. Look at the coloration of it. I've never seen a house cat that color. It might be, but if somebody has seen one that color, send me a picture of it. And that tail, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, and here's a very close-up picture of it. Now look at that. His head does look kind of like a house cat. But look, he's striped, spotted, ringtail. I don't know. But it was very interesting. I promise you that. It was very, very interesting to see. But y'all let me know what you think because, yeah, I don't believe there's no links, Tommy D. Good Good morning, Robbie Way. Happy Easter to you. Robert Hudson, good morning, my friend. Good to see you tuned in this morning as always. Jared, I love them birds also. But y'all let me know what you think about that long-tailed cat. Now, and most of you know I got me a new drone, and I've been wanting to go down to South Alabama, Kubota, and Reynolds here because let me tell you, son, if you ain't been down there lately and seen the inventory that he has at South Alabama, Kubota, and Reynolds in Monroeville, Alabama, here is an example. And when you go to Monroeville and when you get just south of Monroeville, you better have your sunglasses on because it is bright orange on the strip in Monroeville, Alabama, at South Alabama, Kubota, and Reynolds. Look at the tractors. That is just amazing. And look at the back there behind the rental place. That's lawnmowers stacked up all back there in crates. And he has got a great inventory of zero-turn lawnmowers. The sun wasn't good. The shadow is under the porch, but that's all zero-turn lawnmowers under the porch. And then, of course, all the farm implements and everything over there. But just look at the tractors, y'all. If you're in the market for a tractor, and I asked Daniel, I said, now, Daniel, you got a deal on tractors? He said he didn't know if he had a deal on them, but he has got some financing that is unbelievable. I meant to look it up today, but I think it's 0% financing. I don't forgot how long it is, but they got a heck of a financing deal if you got good credit. So if you're in the market for a tractor, and they will be open today, Good Friday, but they are going to close tomorrow for Easter Saturday. Let the family enjoy Easter Saturday or plant the garden or whatever they want to do. But they will be open next Saturday. They will start opening on Saturday. So good morning, Bobby Jordan. How you doing? Man, Dansby's tuned in this morning. How you doing, Miss Tina? Shane Jones Fishing. You on the way to Florida, Shane? I hope you are. I tell you what I'm thinking about doing, Shane. I'm thinking about slipping off when I get through this and go to the lake and catch me some of them crappie. CT Ward worked on my boat. I got me a new lithium battery in my boat. I got me a new stainless steel prop on my boat. I got me an on-off switch on my battery now. They fixed me up yesterday at CT Ward Power Sports. And I tell you what, I am looking forward to going to that river. Might slip off today, Shane. If I can get away from him. Appreciate you tuning in. You had a great show last night. If y'all hadn't watched Shane Jones Fishing crappie cast on Thursday night and you want to learn something about crappie fishing, I'm telling you, he is an amazing at what he shares his knowledge of fishing on that show on Thursday night. Shane Jones Crappie Fishing, Facebook and YouTube. Y'all go check it out. Appreciate you putting that link up there, Tommy D. One more thing I do want to mention, we're talking about eating now, but they are not open. I think they open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 5 to 10, I believe, are the hours for the new owner of the Rack and Reel downtown, and they have changed the menu up. They're doing grilled chicken and vegetables, so we're going to be able to eat healthy. I still got to have me some of them fried pickles, but the Rack and Reel under new ownership too, and invite all you hunters and fishermen to stop by there and have supper with them at the all new Rack and Reel. And hey, Joe Alvarez, good morning, my friend. If you have not downloaded and listened to last week's podcast 211 and this week's podcast 212, where I have Green Snake Education, J.U. Banks on there, and he talks about in part one, he talks about the common non-venomous snakes in Alabama and how you can identify them and why you don't need to kill them. And then this week's podcast, we go over the water snakes and how they're confused sometimes for water moccasins. And he also gives us a detail of how to identify our 6 most venomous. Well, it's only 6 venomous snakes in Alabama, and you're probably not going to come across but 3 of them. And if you'll learn how to identify the venomous snake, you ain't got to worry about the non-venomous snakes. Good morning, Travis Lee. How you doing this morning? Boy, I got one more video to show y'all, and you're gonna really enjoy it. We'll do that after this break. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back right after a word from these loyal sponsors. West Alabama Land Services, Jason Daly, licensed, insured, forestry mulching, brush cutting, and much more. Coast to Coast True Value in downtown Camden, a shopping experience you will never forget. Lofton's Bait Shop on the bypass, your first stop if you're hunting or fishing in Camden, Alabama. Open Monday through Saturday, 5 a.m. to 7 p.m., closed on Sunday for God and family. Bubba and Joe Allen Dunn at Dunn Sports in Thomasville, Alabama, across from McDonald's, outfitters for the serious sportsman. Community Neighbor Bank with locations in Greenville, Camden, Pine Hill, and Grove Hill, serving rural Alabama since 1906, bringing you the Gettin Outdoors weather since 2007. Plaza Golf Cart Sales in Demopolis and Tuscaloosa, your easy-go superstore. Town Country United Bank, Camden, Alabama, proud sponsors of the Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report every week on the Gettin Outdoors podcast. Lawler Timber Company, Camden, Alabama, family-owned independent business offering professional forestry services and home of the Grampian Hills Outdoor Media Center. Class Storage on the bypass in Camden, Alabama. Safe, secure storage for that motorhome, boat, or camper. ClassStorageLLC.com. Thanks for supporting the Gettin Outdoors sponsors. Now, let's get back to the live show. All right, welcome back, everybody. Hey, Mr. Harry Pardon, how you doing out there, my friend? You ought to be fishing today. And I see I have a dear friend. I'm going to tell a story about Miss Josie Callahan. She came here back in the 60s. I remember when her and her sister first came here back in the 60s. They came here when they built the lock and dam. And hey, Ken Clayton, good morning to you, my friend. And Josie and Kenny Callahan, we had a skating rink down below the hill where the fence place is now, where the down where the old Henderson Kelly, we had a skating rink down there. And I'll never forget this. Now, you talk about, I had never, Camden, Alabama in the 60s now, we were isolated. We were small town. And Josie and Kenny, their daddy worked for the big construction company that built the dam. And of course, they had traveled all over the world following construction. And when Josie and Kenny got here, I'll never forget it. We was at the skating rink, and they were the first two girls I ever saw in a miniskirt. And Josie, I'll never forget that long as I live. And I hope you get down here. I know Kenny goes up there to Canada to see you a lot. But hopefully one day we can reunite and share some of those stories. But I appreciate you listening to me this morning in Canada. Thank you, Josie. And boy, let me show y'all this video now. Y'all have heard me talk about our rescue dog, Daryl. Daryl is also a pretty darn good snake dog. And he did it again with his buddies the other day. This was right across the road from the media center. This is Daryl and his buddies. And but I want you to look at this video close now, because I knew that a rat snake would eat a rat, but now he done got him a squirrel meal. Watch this. So you got that squirrel. And if you listen to Jay this week, see, a rat snake is a constrictor. He suffocates that squirrel, and then he'll swallow that whole squirrel. But them dogs messed his supper up. That is a great rat snake, probably the most common snake you'll see in our area. They are they'll get in your house, they'll get in your garage, but they are harmless and they will take care of your rodent population. I promise you that. But I thought I'd share that with y'all this morning. I love to get those kind of videos. But old Daryl the snake dog, if it's a snake in the yard, he is darn sure going to he's gonna let you know. Let's do the community neighbor bank grandma care and weekend weather forecast for Easter weekend. Hey, Miss Jessica Smith, how you doing? Alan Hudson, how you doing? Bill Lawler, good morning. They'll eat baby birds and they'll eat chicken eggs too, Bill. They sure will, but they are harmless to human beings. Jared, you've never seen a snake eat a squirrel before. Man, a darn cane baked rattlesnake will eat one in a heartbeat. All right, let's do the Community Neighbor Bank Grandma Care weekend weather forecast for Easter weekend 2023. Today, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 1 o'clock. Mostly cloudy with a high near 78. North winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Then tonight, showers likely. A possible thunderstorm, cloudy with a low around 57. North winds around 10 miles an hour, becoming east after midnight. Chance of rain tonight, 70%. Saturday, showers and possibly a thunderstorm, high near 65. East winds 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain Saturday, 80%. Good time to go eat at the Pecan downtown and go by Coast to Coast True Value and get you some of those garden plants and flowers. Saturday night, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 1 a.m. Mostly cloudy with a low around 49. Northeast winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Then Sunday, Sunday, mostly cloudy with a high near 64. Northeast winds 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 25. Sunday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 50 degrees. East winds 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20. So it looks like it's going to be windy, a little bit wet, and a pretty rough weekend if you're going to the river or if you're going to be in the woods hunting them turkeys. But that is, you're getting outdoors. Community Neighbor Bank Grandma Care and weekend weather forecast. And this is what the weather is at Grandma Cairns in California. 51. The high will be 64. Wind 7 miles an hour. Humidity 70%. It'll be warming up in the 70s. Next week, the Easter Bunny won't be needing a raincoat. Happy Easter, happy Passover to all that celebrate. Be safe and bless you all. We're right back at you, Grandma Karen. And Jessica, you done tuned in late because I done already told everybody that the Bridgeport Beach is open today. And I guess the one in Miller's Ferry is open also. A little bit cool to be laying out there in that bikini today, but it will be warming up. And I tell you, we are very lucky to have those beaches here in our area at Bridgeport and Miller's Ferry. And y'all, please use them. That's about all I got today. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Got a good crowd as usual on Friday morning. I don't know of any events going on this weekend. We got a lot going on next weekend. We'll go over them. Next Friday morning. Everybody have a great Easter weekend. It is going to be, the weather's going to be a little rough, but be safe and enjoy the outdoors. Remember the Pecan downtown open today and tomorrow for lunch under new management. You got to go check it out. I know some of you have never been in there, but now's the time to go check out the new Pecan downtown. I promise you, you will not forget it. And be sure to walk right on down the street to Coast True Value in downtown Camden. Remember, South Alabama Kubota is open today, closed tomorrow. Safford Hardware is open today and tomorrow to 2 o'clock, and he's got some lawnmower deals that you ain't gonna believe. But anyway, appreciate all my sponsors, appreciate all my listeners, all my supporters. Please go download and listen to the podcast this week and learn something about snakes. Remember what I always say: if you're going hunting, fishing, or camping or in the woods or planting a garden or whatever you're doing this weekend, remember to practice safety, safety, safety. One of the worst jobs I have is reporting hunting, fishing, outdoor accidents. I just don't ever want to do it. And now more than ever, remember, God bless America. We are so lucky to live in the country we live in, and always God bless America. Everybody have a great Easter weekend. Thanks again for all the support. And remember what old Big Dad said, get outdoors.
Pap taught me every critter's track and how to set a hair trigger on a trap. He taught me to shoot, scale, and skin and make a snare with a leather strap. He taught me to be a part of the woods and all his woodsy tricks. Said you gotta walk soft on 2 light feet and try not to break no stick. I thank Daddy for my savvy, how to hunt and how to carry anything that I might need to get a piece of skillet meat. How to walk and how to hide, how to crawl and how to slide, how to sneak, stalk and climb and do it all on